Did you see the Equalizer? It takes a village. This episode was good, and I do have some favorite parts. This episode was about suicide, murder, and magic tricks. Yo, Robin was killing it in this episode once again. And also her team, you gotta give it up for her team. Her team is doing an amazing job helping her bring this show to life. Okay, it is giving me life. It is giving me everything, and we do not play. Okay, not with the hood and not with the corporation either. So this episode was about an activist called Malcolm King, and I like how they played on his words. Malcolm King, he got the name of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I caught that. Whoever wrote that gave him two great names of two great leaders in this world. So I like how they gave him that name. And Malcolm King is a black man who lives in the Brooklyn neighborhood, and he fights on the behalf of the community. And when his sister comes home from his date, he is found dead on a car. That is a terrible way to find a loved one. When you come from your spectacular date, you don't expect to find your loved one dead on a car. And immediately, NYPD ruled Malcolm King death as a suicide. OMG! And they don't never look into the details. What do they learn at that school? Because somebody is found on a car and somebody created a suicide note does not automatically mean it was a suicide. Does any investigation over there in the NYPD? I don't think so. His sister and father sits down with Robin, and the sister believes that his death is not a suicide. He was happy that day, and he never showed any signs of suicide. And Robin is skeptical because she like it was a suicide note. And what that means because it's a suicide note, because that doesn't mean somebody committed suicide, okay? And based off the sister testimony, Robin is going to investigate this murder/suicide, okay? So Robin actually goes into Malcolm King's apartment to look for clues, and she actually found one. It is a footprint on the wall of the windowsill. I said, OMG, how did the NYPD miss that? And Robin actually takes a picture of the footprint, and she actually looks around at his sneakers to see what size is his sneakers to see if it matched the footprint. And his sneakers look like they're too small. So whoever footprint is that, feet is bigger than Malcolm's. You understand me? Like, how can you miss that and rule that as like, that is not a murder, okay? That is one clue of an investigation. The footprint is way bigger than his shoes, okay? So that could be one clue. Somebody else was in the apartment. And then you have Robin teaching Delilah how to drive. And Delilah and Robin is getting into it once again because they come home interrupting Aunt Vi's zen, okay? Aunt Vi is trying to be one with herself, and here they two coming in bickering because Delilah actually hit a pothole. And Robin is like, when is her daughter gonna ever take responsibility? And Aunt Vi remind her, she get that from her mama. Okay? Most likely when we get our personalities, we get it from our parents. And they wondering where we get that from. Okay? I like we learned it from you. Okay? If you understand. And Robin like, she don't get that from me? Yeah, she do. So Robin goes into her team, her amazing team. Harry and Melody, they is the perfect team for Robin because they work well together, and they do the analyzing of the footprint, and they find out that these are $2,000 Jordans. First of all, I'm like, who the hell buying Jordans for $2,000? And the shoes that I see, I'm like, they don't even look like they worth $2,000. I'm like, no. Who is wearing $2,000 shoes in the ghetto? Oh my God. I just cannot. I just cannot. I like, you a drug dealer wearing $2,000 shoes, standing on the street every day in the corner? Every day at night, any day? I guess. I'm shocked your feet ain't getting robbed. I'm shocked nobody robbing you for your sneakers. You wearing $2,000 sneakers. What? $2,000 is somebody rent in NYC. Are you kidding me? So you have Robin and Melody going back and forth, bouncing their ideas on why is Malcolm King murder a suicide or a murder. Melody believed it was a suicide because he left a note. And Robin convinced her, like, it cannot be a suicide, because if he was to fall, he would have fell face first. Who falls on their back like that? He was either struggling or pushed when he fell out the balcony. And at the end of the day, they looked at the note. He put a clue in the note. And it is of a song called Mad City. The lyrics they look up is, if the Pyrus and Crips all got along, they would gun me down by the end of this song. Seem like the whole city is against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear, oh my God. This gives me a flashback to Nipsey Hussle. I feel like that's why they gunned down Nipsey Hussle. Because he wanted everybody to get along. And to me, nobody has more of a slave mentality than a gang. A gang is more like a slave mentality. Whoever is the boss of the gang is the master. And the members are the slaves. And to me, Nipsey Hussle was trying to promote, even though this is not, I know this is not a Nipsey Hussle song. I'm just saying, just remind me of why Nipsey Hussle got killed in real life. That just gave me a flashback, okay? He wanted everybody to get along. If people put down that gang mentality, this will be a better world. And a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people don't want other people to succeed. If you notice, a lot of people get gunned down in California. Because California gangs have a terrible slave mentality. All gangs, no matter where they at. Okay? And I said, Nipsey Hussle actually rose above that, alright? And what they did, gun him down. I'm just saying, that just remind me of that. OMG. It just remind me of that. And they did the same thing to the guy in this episode. Malcolm King. He want the world to be a better place. And they gunned him down. And a lot of people have noticed that. When people start wising up on the people they with, and the people they with don't want them to do better, they start gunning them down. I noticed that. That is happening a lot. This scene was my favorite scene out of all the scenes. Okay? My girl Robin is bad. She arrived on the gang scene with all the gangs while they kicking some boy's butt to enter him into a gang, which I never would agree with that. I think that's whack and punkish. Okay, that's a punk right there. And my girl Robin came to set it off with the gang members, son, by herself. She rolled up on her motorcycle all in black. Yeah, she put her fingers out like this. And the men talking all trash. They like, who this? Your mama? She said, I'm not ugly enough to be your mama. Yo, she was clowning the boy. She stepped to Kenya, who is the gang boss, okay? Who was wearing those expensive shoes. I'm definitely not a sneaker person. Those shoes did not look all that to me, okay? I'm sorry. They just didn't look all that to me. And they don't look like no $2,000 worth of sneakers. Let me tell you, Robin came on the scene like a sorcerer. Put her fingers out. She said, who want it? Who want it? Who want it, son? She got her fingers up like guns, son. Yo, that was everything to me. So they was talking crap. So she pulled her finger. She's like, yo, Robin was like, this is deadly. This is lethal. Yeah, and then she started shooting with her fingers. She had the men shook, son. Yo, those gang members was shook. They were like, how she doing that? I was shook too. I'm like, how she was doing that too? Yeah, I was like, how is she doing that? Yeah. I'm thinking somebody on the set actually spent time creating and engineering a gun glove. Yo, she schooled those boys and they was scared, son. They was running, son. Run it, yo. And she said, I'm going to prove that you had something to do with Malcolm's death, you heard? And all this time, she had her homegirl Melody shooting while she was pointing her gun. Tell me if that is not genius. This is why you gotta have a good friend. I don't have friends, so I don't know. But if you do have a good friend, this is the reason why you should have a good friend. So you could call your girl out and just have some fun with some people, because that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. They had some fun with those punk boys. Okay? Because that's exactly what it was, the punk boys. Robin plan actually worked. She actually got close enough to Kenneth to actually clone his phone conversation on who he was calling. I like, this is a message. Y'all better be careful what y'all be saying on the phone. People is clowning your conversation. I didn't even know you could do anything like that. I didn't know. Somebody gotta teach me this stuff. So I wanna learn how to do this. I need to learn how to do all this. How you clown somebody's conversation, phone call or whatever. And she was disappointed who he called. And I was disappointed too. Cause I couldn't believe who she was going to meet up with. Robin actually called the person that he got on the phone. And it is Malcolm King's father who he think is talking to Kenya, and it's really Robin on the phone. So he explained that he gave Kenya the key to go see his son because Kenya just wanted to teach him a lesson and scare him. And I said, I couldn't believe this. As a father, you supposed to protect your children. And if I was his father, I don't care what kind of game banger this is. I'm not going to give no key for no game banger to come see my kid to scare or to do anything. First of all, you would have to kill me first before you get to my son. That's point blank and period at the end of the day. And I thought that was so freaking disgusting. And the father already feel bad and feel like he's a traitor. And definitely want to be involved to get justice for his son. The father reveals to Robin that Kenya did not act alone. He might have killed his son, but Robertson Harrington has something to do with it. He's an investor who's trying to buy up all the Crown Heights and felt like Malcolm was in the way, so he got rid of him. Robin goes pop up on Dante, alright? So she is in the men's locker room, okay? While Dante is taking the shower. And she actually needs Dante for her plan to work. Okay? And while she talking to him, she checking out all sides of the packages. Okay? And she is cracking me up right now. I'm smiling and giggling while she is checking out his package. Okay? You have Harry and Melody singing, bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, I was jamming to that. I was so jamming to that. Because that is the theme song for Cops. Robin actually puts her plans into action. So she have Malcolm King's father talking to Dante. And one of Kenya's boys actually sees this, okay? He spots Malcolm's father talking to the officer Dante. And like a slave that he is, he called his boss master. He like, I reckon I see Malcolm's father talking to the officer. Yo. So, that was the bait. Kenya actually makes a move and actually hunts down Malcolm's father, and Kenya actually confesses that I killed Malcolm and I will do the same thing to you. And boy, did the police move in on him. He like, you Wyatt? I said, citizens of the community, you do not have to worry about snitching because the criminals are doing a good job on snitching on themselves, okay? So you don't have to worry about that no more. They doing a good job of getting their own self locked up for their own criminal activity. Because the man didn't have to say anything. And he just blurted this out on his own. Okay? Officer Dante has Kenya in the interrogation room, right? He said, you know we're going to make this stick, right? And you could tell Kenya is not a boss. Because he was about to fall and write a freaking confession that he did it until the lawyer came in and whispered something in his ear. And then his tune changed, son. Yo, he was like, nobody helped me, I acted alone. Yo, he was about to tell until that lady came. You could tell who's a boss and who's not a boss, okay? Because Harrington actually sent that lawyer for him, okay? Robin and Aunt Vi is watching a video of Malcolm speaking about the community and how it is our duty to take care of our community. And Robin and Aunt Vi actually believe they remind him of Robin's father, which is Aunt Vi's brother. You have Delilah coming in saying that a lot of people have been reporting on this pot post and it's really not her fault. And she got like so many likes on her post. At the end of the day, I like Delilah is being the very thing that she accused her friend of being. Fake woke. Because why do you care about getting likes? Ain't this the same thing Delilah accused her friend of getting likes for doing social justice in the world? And Robin and Aunt Vi actually gives her something to think about. Are you planning to do something about it or to let it happen to somebody else? And Delilah is like, what could I possibly do? And Aunt Vi actually educate her and saying that people before us actually fought, especially women's rights. Aunt Vi actually gives Delilah a history lesson. She's saying the government is of the people, by the people, for the people. Some people might disagree, especially at the time that we're going through now. They would say the government don't give a damn about us, even if we do pay taxes. They actually lighting a fire under her butt to actually get motivated to do something. You know what I'm saying? Back then, people organized and moved as one. That's why it worked. People today, it's so many hands in the pot. Everybody want to be leaders. And nobody stick to a plan. And it is unorganized. And it becomes dysfunctional. And the plan do not work. Because we do not move as one. That's just my opinion on what is the difference between back then and now. On when it comes to making a difference in this world. Officer Dante actually calls Robin and tells him the plan has failed. And Robin says she got a different plan. And she planned to put that to work, and it's going to work. And Robinson Harrington cannot duck and dodge her because she is not the one for that. And she is not going for it. And she is planning to get justice for Malcolm King. Do you understand? Robin is not playing with Harrington. Do you understand me? Okay. So you have some residents that is meeting up with the son of Mr. Harrington, and they're not happy of what's going on. Mr. Harrington's son try to reassures them that they plan to better Crown Heights because he wants to invest in Crown Heights and move the people out so he could build a better Crown Heights, which is gentrification They talking about building Starbucks and Jamba Juice at Crown Heights. First of all, so basically the residents are complaining. They like, you want to turn Crown Heights into Soho. One of the ladies addressed her concern. She noticed that she was getting mad blackouts when her son was getting her asthma treatment. And that is really happening in real life. People do get blackouts when their children is having medical issues, and that is a no-go. And Robin picked up on it that Mr. Harrington probably had something to do with those daggone blackouts. That's why they was getting it so much, to get people out of there. And she discovers that Harrington is actually funding terrorism. And the companies are building from this, and they overlook what Harrington is doing, okay? The father is not pleased on what he's saying. So the father called him stupid and told him to move out the way. And the father actually goes in. He like, we trying to clean up the community. We trying to get the gangs out of the hood. And ain't that what you want? Don't you want that? Don't you want victory for Malcolm King for what happened to him? Because a gang member actually killed him. But in reality, Harrington was a part of that. Robin is mad. He said no, he did not use him plotting to kill to leverage against the residents. And this pissed Robin off. Robin want to know who owns the power company and why the power went out 3 times. Because Harrington is working with these companies, and Harrington is funding terrorism with his business, and these companies turn their blind eye to what Harrington does because they are profiting with Harrington, and the poor is suffering. I said rich people do not know poor people's struggles. At the end of the day, the only reason a rich person would know a poor person's struggle if they started from the bottom and worked their way up to their success. That's the only time they can actually relate to a poor person's struggle. Robin actually goes to the park where William is playing chess, and she messed everything up. She played the game for them, and like she just messed up the chess game. And men really don't like that. They don't mess with their chess game. I don't know nothing about chess. People try to explain it to me, never got the hang of it. Okay? And they talking about how Harrington is laundering money in tourism, and it's actually the prophet of honor that he is working with. And they need to get the files to bring Harrington down so they could book him for Malcolm's King murder and get Kenya with him. Harrington is building his business on blood, money, and profiting. Robin has a plan to use Harrington's son to take Harrington down. And she has a way to find a bait. She's going to get close to him by relating to him and saying that how his father think he's a failure and how his father actually ruined his relationship with his fiance. She is using clickbait to get to Harrington's son to use it against him to take Harrington down. And it actually works. Harrington's son don't have a relationship with his father like that. And his father is always putting him down. So he actually takes the bait. And he feel like his father actually destroyed his relationship. And he tells him that his father is responsible for Malcolm King's death. Harrington's son tells Robin the plan. She must get the access key from his breast pocket for her to access the elevator in his office. Now, it's up to her how to get the files off the server. Okay? It is the day of the party. And let me tell you, William and Robin looks handsome and beautiful. They is dressed to the nine for the party. Let me tell you, they looked good together, alright? And let me tell you something. They is working the room. And Robin killed me when she first started talking with that accent. Yeah, I died out laughing. I like, oh no. She was killing me with that accent. I like, why did she use that accent? Oh my god. It's better than you was talking in your New Jersey voice. Oh my god. Because of Robin fake accent, they get thrown out. And Robin is actually disappointed. She like, yo, I did not get the key card. And I love this part. I said, this is what you call a true partnership. Because with one partner is slacking, the other one is supposed to pick up the slack. You supposed to cover your partner. I like, this is a true definition of covering your partner. And teamwork makes the dream work. Because she did not get the key card, William got the key card. Hey! Yo, but the difference is they gotta walk up 43 flights of stairs to get to his office. I like, hold up. I like Robin, but I'm not walking up no 43 stairs. I like Robin, but that's what I'm not doing. I'm not walking up no damn 43 flights of stairs. That's what I won't do, okay? Let me tell you something. I am an elevator girl. I like to take the elevator. And William looked at that building like, yo, we gotta go all the way up there. Are you serious? They actually get into the building. Know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. They is in Harrington office. And everything is going to plan. And you have security walking up on William like, can I help you? He like, oh, and then boom, knock the security out, son. He like, yo, you gotta hurry up with this. So Robin hurry up and do what she gotta do. She put the thing in the back. And you know Robin team working in on their thing. They have the drone pointing to the flash drive because they need that camera. Because you know homeboy Harry the Tech, he doing his thing, son. He had to hack into a cordless ear server. Okay, these things ain't got no cords or nothing. So he need that camera. And they both actually get caught. You know what I'm saying? So they escorted out. And the cops escorted them out. But the real catch is those wasn't real cops. Oh, that wasn't even real cops, son. So you have William and Robin outside, standing outside in front of the TV. And Harrington is going in on his son. His son is saying, is it true that you are funding terrorism? He said, is it true that you paid my fiance to go away? He like, is it true you killed Malcolm King? Boom. The big ego cat steps in. He like, you got to do what you got to do to get in this world. He like, hell yeah, I did all this. Yo, people think they so smart, son. You always got to be careful what you say. No matter if you out the home or in the home or whatever. You don't know who listens, who got something somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He said that. The alarm ring started going. It go ding, 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 ding. Yo, things was going off all over the internet. They got Harrington on the big screen in Times Square admitting that he killed Malcolm King. I say, to play a play, you gotta pull out your big trick. Cause they got that fool. He admitted it what he did. He admitted to all the crimes without nobody snitching. He snitched on himself. And like, this is the episode people be telling on themselves, son. You don't have to worry about snitching and getting stitches. Cause these fools is doing a good job by themselves. And come to find out, Delilah is upset because the mayor don't really care about the pothole, and it was a photo op, and she was disappointed. And Robin and Vi actually encouraged her. She's like, what you sad about? As long as you tried and you did something, that's all it matters. As long as you tried. You got to get up and try, okay? And they plan to cover the pothole themselves. I like they crazy. Further of all, I'm not fixing nobody pothole if I don't get paid to fix nobody pothole. If I do it, the street is going to be way worse than what it was. Because sometimes I have a habit of destroying things, not on purpose, but by accident. That is me. I am the accident-prone person. I am the Steve Urkel, okay? I didn't mean to do it. I destroy things without meaning to do it. And it just being chaotic, okay? That is me to the T, okay? And I thought this episode was good. And it shows you that if you want to make a difference in this world, you got to stand up. No matter how big of a corporation is against, no matter how big the government is, when you're doing wicked, you can always be taken down. Okay? People in wicked places don't never stay for long. Alright? And this show is coming back on March 28th. So it's going to be a long time before this come on. And I really have been enjoying this show. I think whoever wrote the script is doing an amazing job. I think Queen Latifah and her team of actors and actresses is doing amazing. Like, they are killing it. And I hope this show stay on for a long time, because anything I like, they normally take it off. Anything I like, it never stays on for long. And I definitely love Queen Latifah and Star. I thought Star was actually better than Empire. That's just my opinion. That was my show. Thank you for watching. And always have the courage to stand up for what you believe when nobody else believes in you. Have a good day. Thank you.